Two Instagram influencers went to Iran to break the bad stigma and get detained. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today, on yahoo.com. You don't hear that one very often. Not at all. So here we go. Iran detained two travel influencers. Cancerous. I hate influencers. I hate everything they stand for. I find it disgusting and stupid and despicable. And, I do apologize if there's background noise. Gosh darn white people. The boomers here won't stop using their construction equipment. Darn white people. Won't stop building civilization and shit. Okay. Who were traveling the country trying to break the stigma around it with posts on YouTube and Instagram. So these two influencers, both white, I'm going to assume liberal, maybe. I don't know. I doubt they're conservative. Went to Iran to break the bad stigma, to prove that it's not a bad, terrible place, and, well, they got detained. I call that karma. Jolly King Instagram. Okay. So before we look at this story, just a reminder, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. My channel's demonetized. It's the only form of support that I receive. Every little bit helps. I appreciate everyone who shares videos as well. Now, here it says, Iran detained an Australian couple who were crossing the country on a road trip from Australia to London and had been documenting their travels on Instagram and YouTube. Well, that's no surprise to anyone but them, I suppose. Jolly King and Mark Firkin were arrested in July near Tehran. According to the Persian language channel Noto TV, they were detained on charges of flying a drone with no license. Oh, this is going well. This is going well. I wonder what's going to happen to them. They have been detained in the high-security Evin prison in Tehran, Noto TV said. Wow, wonderful. I wonder what they're going to report about now. How tolerant Iran was. The couple of more than 40,000 followers across Instagram and YouTube said they wanted to break through the stigma around traveling to countries with bad reputation. I say they got what they deserved. Iran has detained many foreigners in the past, and they often become leverage in its geopolitical struggles with the West. That's just, it amazes me. There seems to be a certain class of white, Caucasian people who are liberal, who seem to be self-destructive. How stupid do you have to be to go to Iran to break the stigma, to prove that it doesn't have a bad reputation, only to be proven wrong after you have to deal with its bad reputation? So they got detained. They might be used as bait and leverage in international struggles. What morons. Joking, and you know what the worst part is? They probably won't change their minds even if they're released from jail. They will not even change their goddamn minds because they're fools and morons. And sometimes you gotta let Darwinism do its work. Zarate said they had been there since their arrest on July on charges of flying a drone without a license. Firkin is an Australian national, while King is a British-Australian dual citizen. Officials in Australia confirmed that the couple was being detained. They were arrested by security forces in Jajrud, an area to Tehran's east, Noto TV reported Wednesday. So these are the two morons, as you can see. The Way Overland/YouTube. According to an informed source, this arrest had no political element, but was for flying a drone. Noto TV said Wednesday. A representative for Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade told Insider in a statement that it was providing consular assistance to King and Firkin's families. News of their arrest came to light Wednesday, with Noto TV revealing the couple's names later in the day. They have not yet had a trial, Zarate added. So King and Firkin were in Iran as part of a long road trip from their home in Cotslow, Western Australia to London. The pair quit their jobs to travel the world. Oh yes, I love all these hippies and these frickin' wanderlust infected basic people, because they have no personalities. They aren't really people. They're more like representations of what they want to be. They're kind of like NPCs. They want to be real. I want to be a real boy. They want to feel real. So they create a fake persona for themselves online. They pretend like they're actually doing something special or amazing when really they're just idiots going around the world with money. Now, I won't lie. I want to travel too. I want to see certain places, mostly natural wonders. It's that adventure in me. But I would never in a million years step 1 foot in Iran. If I were to find myself in Iran, I would ran straight out of there. They have about 20,000 followers on each platform. Okay. They have not updated their YouTube channel since June 25th, on their Instagram page since June 26th. Can you imagine if Tim Pool got detained? he would be uploading videos from his smartwatch. He would be the first to let us know that he was in jail, from jail. The couple said their blogging was meant to break the stigma around countries like Iran that get a bad rap in the media. Maybe there's a reason for that, you freaking numbskull. You never stop to think that maybe sometimes the media's not lying? That maybe Iran really is a crap hole? Why would you want to go to the desert? I don't get it. I want to go to the beaches. Our biggest motivation behind making the vlogs is to hopefully inspire anyone wanting to travel, and also try to break the stigma around traveling to countries which get a bad rap in the media, the couple wrote on their Patreon crowdfunding page. Yeah. I remember a certain group of girls that went to one of these countries and were, well, let's just say they lost their heads. Tee-hee. Yeah, I wonder. It's just a bad rap. It's a bad rap, folks. That's all it is. Right. So this is their Patreon. The Way Overland. They're getting $300 per episode. Per episode. Imagine. I can't even imagine that. To make that much money on every video? Are you kidding me? Why would you fund this? You know how much money I make per episode now? $0. Zero. Minute. Monetization is gone. So they couldn't even get past... Okay, so they were on episode 60. And just going by that, I don't know, $300, 60 episodes, 18 grand. So we're going to take a look at the last video they ever uploaded.
$8 or $10 more to actually buy these jackets, and we're so glad we did because, yeah, they're definitely much appreciated at the moment because it's pretty cold here. But yeah, so anyway, this morning we are driving another 3 kilometers. There's a track over there, so we're going to drive up there. And there's a glacier that we're going to go and check out. And then after that, we're going to drive to Pasu, which we'll have one night there before we head on to China. Yeah, that's what we're doing today.
Well, one night there sure is a long time, isn't it? Officials in Australia circulated a brief statement from the King and Firkin families after news of their detention became public. Our families hope to see Mark and Jolie safely as home as soon as possible, the statement said. We have no further comment to make at this stage and ask that the media respects our privacy at this difficult time. Holy shit. So look at this, folks. And we're going to say, oh, Iran's not bad after this. Yeah, I'm sure. King is detained in the same Lumen's Word of Evan prison as Nazanin Zaghari Ratcliffe, a British-Iranian dual citizen who has been detained in Iran since April of 2016. So she's been detained for 3 years now. 3 years. Zaghari Ratcliffe is accused of spying on the government when she in fact had gone to visit family in the country. Her detention has become a defining issue in the British-Iranian relations. So, as you can see, morons went to a country they should have never set foot in. I'm sure they'll have episode 61 eventually. From prison, most likely, because that other girl's been detained for 3 years. These people will be lucky if they get fined. At worst, they'll do time. Trust me. Well, who knows? Maybe they will become red-pilled and realize not to be a stupid-ass liberal, and that love and tolerance is for morons. Morons who don't know anything about the real world. Wake up, people. Look around you. The whole world is not the West, okay? You see, that's the worst thing about people these days. They look at the West and they don't realize how civilized people are, how good they have it, how structured things are. They could be living in another country in the Middle East, in some other hell-bent country that's terrible. Oh, but the West is so bad. It's so bad because of capitalists. Now, I have my criticism, okay? I'm not completely pro, let's destroy the economy and replace everyone with robots and all that other garbage. I'm not pro-greed at any cost. I'm here and there. I have a broad view of the issues. But come on, really? I would never set foot in Iran, ever. Never. Even if I was president, I ain't going over there. Y'all crazy. Tensions between Iran and the West are elevated over disagreements involving Iran's nuclear program and maritime skirmishes in the Strait of Hormuz. The Australian and British government have long warned their citizens seriously to reconsider their travels to Iran and warn people not to travel to the country's eastern and western borders. Should have taken that advice, morons. So let's just look at a few responses, because honestly, the only thing good at Yahoo News is the comments. One of my favorite comment sections, more so than YouTube, is Yahoo. Left and Proud said they wanted to break the stigma around traveling to countries with bad reputations. I'd say it was a failure in this case. David says, the couple has unexpectedly discovered the underlying reason for the stigma against traveling in Iran. Amy says, so they prove it's not a stigma. You're actually in danger in these countries. Do not travel there or risk being arrested and jailed. I would love to travel to every country, but not every country welcomes everybody. Exactly. And honestly, we should learn a lesson from that. Both in not going to dangerous countries and not letting everyone in. Phil of All the Trade says, sometimes a stigma is just reality. Usually always. I know in today's social climate and push for socialism and globalization, some people want to believe everyone is wonderful and kind. It's simply not true. Steve has a hot take. They can keep them. They wanted to break a stigma. Yeah, how'd that work out? There's a stigma for a reason. This is like trying to reason with a cartel or someone in the government. It's not gonna work. Well, I think that perfectly sums up the story. That's pretty much what it is. Do not travel here. You're only asking for trouble. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for today, folks. What do you think about this story? What do you think about Instagram? And what do you think about these influencers? Be sure to let me know. Just a reminder, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. Doing so will get you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. Be sure to check out my affiliate links, as well as follow me on social media. Follow me on BitChute. I have an account. I've been saying that for a long time. Some people apparently do not know, so I'm letting you know right now. I do have a BitChute. Follow me there. Lastly, a special thanks to everyone who shares my videos on social media. The more you post, the more it helps. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.